Hey guys, what's up? Thrower here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64. In the last episode, we cleared up all of Course 1, aside from one mission that was quite not yet doable, at least not very easily. And we also left a 100 coin star behind, because, like I said, I'll be doing a separate video for those. So in this episode, we'll be moving on to Course 2, Whomp's Fortress. Luckily, this one is entirely completable right now. Hello, the Lactu Bros. Cutting in here with a live update. So here's a new technique. The trick is to walk very slowly. So basically it's telling you that you can walk very slowly by just not moving the directional stick that far. This enables you to sneak up on enemies that are asleep. For example, there should be a piranha plant hanging right here, and he's asleep. If you get near him while you're running, he will awaken, but if you walk up next to him, you can tiptoe by him and, he won't attack you. Defeating the piranha plants will get you a blue coin, which is worth 5 coins. And also, you can only actually get rid of these guys while they're asleep. However, you can also just use the diving motion and just get rid of them that way as well. So, that does make things a lot easier. This is called Chip Off Whomp's Block, and this is kind of like Bomb on Battlefield in the sense that you have the exact same mission. You'll be scaling to the top. Whoa, camera. It's okay. It's okay, camera. And you'll be fighting the Whomp King instead of the Bomb King. Not quite the same strategy. For this one, what you're going to do is let him get close to you, and he's going to try to smash the ground that you're standing on. Get out of his way and use the ground pound once again by jumping and then hitting L. And that will inflict damage on him. Once again, 3 times will do the job. The third hit might be a little bit hard to get in time, but if you do it correctly with the side hop, there should be no problem at all. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I won't grovel. Here, take this with you. Haha, I get what you did there. That's beautiful. But yeah, another very simple mission. The main difference between this course and Bomb on Battlefield is the fact that it's an aerial stage. You can actually fall off of this one, as opposed to where you couldn't do that in Bomb on Battlefield. That being said, I do believe that this is an easier course than Bomb on Battlefield, for the sole fact that you can just get it done all at once. To the top of the fortress, which isn't quite like Foot Race with Koopa the Quick, but like the second level in the first world, and you're doing the exact same thing. You're going to the top of the fortress. This one looks slightly different, and this time, obviously, it's not a race, which is a good thing, because I just fell and I can't see what I'm doing. Camera. Thank you. I will say the camera is a problem with this game, and trust me, my gameplay will reflect that later on, because it will get pretty bad. But like I said, this is not a race this time around, so you can go as fast or as slow as you need to. There we go. Have to be a little bit careful on that. You can wait for it to come around if you want, but I usually don't, because I'm impatient. However, you'll notice this time when you get to the top, first we have to pay homage to this, the bullet bill. This is the only time in the game you're going to see a bullet bill, so we have to pay a little bit of respect to it. You'll notice that there is this little tower at the top, and you'll have every other platform will go in and out like this. So you have to scale the top without falling off, but it's really not that hard because about halfway through, they're just going to take pity on you and let you take one of the platforms straight up to the top, which is this one right here. So they don't make you scale the entire thing like that, but even if they did, it wouldn't be that bad. And then the other side, you got your star. Like I said, it's kind of like Course 1. You're doing almost the exact same mission, but with a little bit of a difference, but not too much. Mission number 3, shoot into the wild blue. Now there are actually 2 ways to do this mission. You can use the cannon, you don't have to, but you're going to have to unlock the cannon for a later mission anyway, which is mission 6. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock it right now regardless, because we're going to have to be on this side of the world anyway. Now, I'll show you the way the game intends you to do it, and if you're feeling a little ambitious, I suppose, or if you just like tricking the game out, you can do it the other way. I'll show both ways. Now what they wanted you to do by shooting in the wild blue is there is a star that is kind of just out of reach. It's about right here on the map. It's kind of hard to see, but they want you to aim at one of these pillars right here. And once you do, you're going to smack into it like so. Well, apparently not like that because I hit nothing. You do have to account a little bit, but that was kind of weird. I literally did not hit anything right there. I just hit sky and it caused me to fall. So let's try right about there. There we go. And once you hit that, you'll just go down this little pole right here. And the star is right there. However, there is another way to do this star mission if you would prefer. It is a little bit harder, but it's more fun to trick it out this way. You can also do wall kicks in this game. Whenever you jump on a wall like this, you'll have the option to bounce off of it. It's not very prominent because you can't really tell. In later Mario games, you'll get a little bit of a skid animation to let you know that you can jump off of it, but you can do that. So if you do the little side hop that I've been performing multiple times and chain it with a little bit of a wall jump at the right angle, you can easily just come up and get the star that way. Either one works. So now we've got more stars. Whenever you reach star number 8, you might have noticed in the top floor of this area there was a giant door with a giant star on it. That is the first Bowser level in the game. I'll be showing the Bowser level whenever I've done all the courses before I have to do that one to get to the next area. So I'm not going to worry about it for a very long time. I believe after course 5 is when I'll start going for those. Red coins on the floating aisle. Most of the red coins are not on the floating aisle. I believe only 2 of them actually are. So yeah, there are red coins on the floating aisle, but not all 8 of them are there. Once again, we have another red coin mission, which I already explained these in course 1, but they will be littered throughout the game, so just expect to see them. There are a couple red coins here that are fairly easy to miss. In particular, there's going to be one here in a second, and it's just on just on top of this Whomp. You can backflip up here, and it's right here. That would probably be the one. If you would miss any, it would probably be that one. The rest of them are fairly straightforward, and normally, while I would dive attack this guy, I'm just going to sneak up and punch him. Once you get too far away from these guys, they are going to respawn, but I had to get past that one, so this time I am going to wait for it because I'm not actually doing a standard long jump where I'm going to, you know, get a lot of distance off of it, so I am going to wait this time around. And there is one down there anyway, so I got to do the long jump anyway. If you collect enough of those, you can get a 1-up right here for your troubles. Wherever it went. Oh, it went up the hill, okay. And I still somehow got that. Alright, that works. But in addition, there is a coin right there. You may have to backtrack for it if you forget, or if you just want to go in the order that I did. Either one works. But yeah, you don't have to slide down to get that. If you do a jump followed by another jump and then just dive, you should be able to get the coin without any difficulty. That brings us up to 6, so there are 2 more, and they are both on the floating islands. Now, I didn't show these off in the second episode, but there are floating islands here, so you can get on these very easily. We went up to the top of the tower, but the point where you actually would go is right here. Now, this is kind of hard to figure out at first. You actually have to knock this thing over, and the way to do it is by punching it once, and then whenever it tilts, do a double jump and kick it, and that will cause it to fall over. It's a little bit of swaying motion, but it's not demonstrated very well. And this might be one of the points where you might want to move the camera slightly because it's pretty easy to fall off right here. So if you want to change the camera around a little bit to make it easier to see where Mario's shadow is, by all means, go for it. I would not blame you in the slightest if you did, because I know I did the first time. And there we go, number 9. Moving on to the next mission, which this one has a lot of problems fall onto the caged island. This mission can either take a lot of time or be very short, depending on how well the camera works with you. Go into that tree and you'll find this owl. Who's there? Who woke me up? It's still daylight. I should be sleeping. So he lets you know that you can use him to fly, kind of. Press and hold A to grab on. Release A to let go. If only Kapora Gabor could have been this useful as opposed to the one time he helps you in Ocarina, but this guy only helps you once too. So get under a shadow, press A, and you can fly. The camera is not cooperative here. Let's be perfectly honest. The way to angle this is by making the bird, or the owl, go backwards, and you're going to try to curve it around as best you can to, as they say, fall on the caged island. It takes a little bit of practice, and in all honesty, the best chance you've got at getting it in one try is seeing your shadow while you're falling. If you can see the shadow inside of the cage, you've got it made. That's one that will either you will get on the first try, or you will be there for a while. It is very annoying, I would completely agree. Blast away the wall. This one is not so much annoying as it is actually relatively difficult to figure out. I don't know why, but at least for me personally, this one took a long time to figure out, despite the fact the mission is incredibly short. They do want you to blast away the wall, and you're going to use the cannon for this. It is required, not optional. And you're going to blast away the very corner portion of this wall right here. Doing so will reveal a hidden star. That one, before I actually started using guides to look at my stuff, took me a long time to figure out. A very long time. I had never thought that you would be able to blast away a piece of it, and I was just like looking all over the place trying to figure out exactly where it was. Never really could, but it is in fact right there. So you can just navigate the typical way you can, and then just slide down to get your star. It's a very short level, and as you can see, that took me almost exactly 10 minutes from intro to getting all the 6 stars to finishing it, but that is the end of it, so... aside from the 100 coin star, we've done everything that we need to in that one. And the 100 coin star is very easy to chain with the 8 red coins in there. I'm just not doing it. But it's very easy to, you know, do the 2 at the same time. Now, before I end off the video, because I know we are a little bit short, you'll notice that once you collect 10 power stars, that there's this little ray of light. If you use the C stick to look up, you'll actually be transported to a hidden course. This is the wing cap course. Step on the red switch at the top of the tower in the center of the rainbow ring. So basically, there are 3 of these in the game. Whenever you find them, there is a switch somewhere around in the area. Whenever you press this, all of those blocks that you've seen before will become solid, so you can use the wing cap wherever you like. There is an 8 red coin mission in here, but I'm not going to bother with it currently. In order to use the wing cap, you just do a triple jump and you'll take flight. The controls are very weird, but that's all I'm going to show on the front for this. I'm not going to do the 8 red coins here. However, we can go back to World 1, or Course 1, whatever you'd like to know them as, and go ahead and get that star that I did not pick up last episode. Once again, you could have done it beforehand, but it would have taken a lot more time. With the wing cap, it's much, much easier and much quicker as well. So let's go ahead and get back to the floating island, because one of the wing caps will spawn right there. The wing caps do have a timer to them. It's a pretty lenient timer, but they will have a timer to them, so just fair warning about that. And whenever you shoot out of a cannon, you are going to be able to use it more effectively to gain height, but at the same time, you're going to lose a lot of control in doing that. So, fair warning, I will admit the wing cap does not control well in this game. It's probably one of the 2 big gripes I have about this game, along with the cameras. The wing cap does not control very well, so fair warning about it. Generally, what I like to do is aim the cursor where I can get this little bottom part of the crosshair, the black triangle, and just fire at that. And you can usually get 4 of the 5 just doing that by itself. The 5th one you will have to loop back around for, but it's not that hard. In addition, it is also a little bit worth noting that you don't actually have to touch the coin, you just have to get very close to it. As you can see, I picked up one right there, but I didn't actually collect the coin. Another little bit of a trick to this one also is, you might have seen it, but the coin that actually holds the secret inside of it appears before the rest of them do. So it's a very nice trick to know that. See how it appears before everything else? That's your cue right there. But there's the 5th one right there, and it kind of appears near where the 8 red coin star does. So let's see if we can't fly into it here. And there we go. So 12 stars right on there. So, I mean, we're going to be getting 6 stars for each world, so we are right back up to par as we should be. And that is it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be moving on to Dire Dock, so go ahead and lock it right now. It is going to be like Course 1 in the fact that there's one mission that, while we can complete it technically, it's going to be really hard to do without the secret cap they have. In this case, it will be Metal Mario, which will be a green switch. So I'm not going to worry about doing that, but we will be going to... Wait, why did I say Dire Docks? This is Jolly Roger Bay, silly. We'll be moving on to Jolly Roger Bay in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then. Later.